All right, good evening, CS Nation. Happy Friday, April the 5th. This is Todd Keeler once again with your weekly meeting guide for Friday morning. The most exciting thing that's going on this week, at least as far as I'm concerned, is the launch of the LG G8 ThinQ. Obviously, most of you were probably in your stores very late on Thursday night with a major planogram change, and if you weren't, hopefully you got time to listen to this morning while you're putting your planogram up, because it was a big one. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I will do my best to touch on most of it. As always, this is a PDF file that you can download directly out of the library from the source. The library section is on the left-hand side of the screen. When you log into the source, you click on library, there's a newsletter section, and I have them all listed in there by date. So make sure and take a look at it. If you need to refer back to any of this information. Now, I usually like to lead these meetings off with what's happening, what's new, what's going on this weekend. There is so much going on this weekend. I'm going to caution you that what I have here is only part of it. So make sure that you take a look at Sarah's posts on the source. She always has the latest information, the what's happening now guides, which have the pricing on everything in your store. You want to make sure and take a look at those, and I will do my best to touch on the highlights as well. I'm also going to touch on some things that are ending, so you're aware of that, because that's equally as important. Every single month we have items that Connectivity Source ends up paying for as a result of us not knowing what's going on. So it's incumbent upon us during these times, during Friday morning meetings, to make sure that we know what's up. So that's what this is about. So first couple of big things that are going on. First of all, Sprint open enrollment for Sprint Complete has begun. There are some awesome prizes up for grab for our DMs this month for Sprint Complete. So I know you'll be hearing about Sprint Complete from your district managers. Take advantage of the fact that you've got open enrollment. And one of the big measures for open enrollment and for the contest period are upgrades. So the ability to add Sprint Complete to devices that are being upgraded, and then during this open enrollment time to existing lines. So make sure you check out a customer's account and give them the full picture of what's available on their device. We are changing as of the 5th to a 30-day return policy for Sprint. Now, this creates some conversation changes that we need to have with our customers. Sprint is suggesting that the conversation for a buyback is that we caution the customer to not choose to turn their buyback in until their 30 days is up, unless they're sure they're not going to want that device back. They will not be able to get that device back. So if they perform a buyback and come back 7 days later and try to return it and the device is already shipped back, which hopefully is the way things are working at this point, they will not get that device back. They'll basically live with the fact that they had a credit, and they'll get money back based upon that. Excuse me. We have a brand new Sprint mobile broadband plan for 100 gigabytes, $60 a month. Man, I remember these plans being $60 for 5 gigabytes. So to see 100 gigabytes for $60 is pretty amazing. I'm sure that's going to appeal to some folks out there. So make sure you're aware of that. We have some major changes to our unlimited plans. I'll touch on that in just a second. The Galaxy S9, we don't have a ton of those left, but the price has changed on that from $5 back to $10. The XS and XS Max have a $150 MasterCard when customers are porting over and adding a line. The XR at $15, I believe, is an extended offer. The Sprint Drive has been extended. That's exciting. And news on the Tahoe front, I got a bad O2 sensor. Thanks, Sprint Drive. And the $99 iPad is still going on. As long as your customers have are leasing a device on their account, they're eligible for a $99 iPad with unlimited for $25 a month, which is the best offer in the industry. And we should be selling iPads to everybody. We should be certainly mentioning it to everybody. So make sure you do that. The LG Tribute Empire will replace the LG Tribute Dynasty as that device that you can give up to 10 to the customer if they purchase a device, or that they can get for free with a port. And then as a reminder, employee plans change as of today. You're eligible for all of the offers that your customers are offered as far as unlimited premium goes. So let's talk about unlimited premium and why your customers will want it. First of all, the mobile hotspot, 100 gigabytes of mobile hotspot is fantastic. They've lowered the price on this, guys. It's time for us to take a hard look at premium and not just blow off the fact that it's $20 more, because there's a reason why it's $20 more, and there's a reason why your customers are going to want to choose this if we make sure to mention it to them and talk to them about it correctly. First of all, for streaming purposes, the ability to have full HD is going to be important for a lot of customers, so make sure you at least mention it. 100 gigabytes of hotspot is ridiculous. Your customer's ability to have that is incredible. Amazon Prime, I pay $100 a year for Amazon Prime. I find it to be one of the most useful subscriptions that I have, and I don't even really use the television feature that much, although the Jack Ryan series is fantastic if you haven't seen that, and Mrs. Maisel is pretty awesome, so I guess I do watch it. At any rate, for $99, I pay $119, I think is what it went to this year, and I ship stuff all throughout the Christmas season to my house. Not having to pay for shipping is a fantastic deal. Getting it for free with this pays for it itself, I'm telling you. And on top of that, you get Lookout with it. Lookout Premium. You get Hulu with it. Again, I pay for Hulu. Hulu is a service I enjoy for network television at my house. And then you get Tidal with hi-fi streaming, which is the best quality streaming service that you can get. And you know, we know a lot of customers are paying for Apple Music and they're paying for Spotify, so you're giving it to them as part of this package. Don't forget our roaming, our global roaming features that are built into all of these plans. They are some of the best global roaming options that are out there, and it's something that you should be aware of. So premium should be something that we make sure and mention to every customer as we're talking to them about services. This will put us in line from a pricing standpoint with our competitors, but we give our customers so much more. Now, what's over? Double credits, gone. So don't offer double referral credits as of today. The standard referral program is still on, and it's pretty strong too. It's 50 and 50, 50 for you, 50 for the person you refer. So it's still a program that we should use to drive traffic to our stores, but it's not as good as it was last week. The Uber credit with unlimited premium is gone, so don't offer that. I mentioned the Galaxy S9 $5 device is off. I mentioned the Dynasty Tribute with port for free is off, and for 10 free is also off. The LG G7 ThinQ for free with a port is gone. The Note 9 at $20 is done. The V40 ThinQ for $15 upgrades is gone. For a very obvious reason, there's this great new device that we'll talk about in a second. That's going to be $17.50 a month on upgrades, and that's the device you should pivot to. The $15 for new devices is still available, although why would a customer go with the V40 when they can get the awesome LG G8? And then the free Apple Watch is also something that has expired as of the 4th. As a reminder, please put your hot sheets down. You can get them right off of iConnect. You can get them off the source. We put them in a bunch of places for you. Make sure you go grab those and know what's going on. There's a lot of offers that have changed. You want to make sure that you're offering the most current offers. Okay, I want to talk about time-of-flight cameras, and did you know what a time-of-flight camera was? Because I was talking to some folks today and reading some stuff as I started to read up on the LG G8, and there was lots of talk about a TOF camera. And I'm like, what is a TOF camera? And if they're already using initials for it, I must be a huge dum-dum for not knowing what a TOF camera is. Well, a TOF camera is time-of-flight camera, and I'm not a huge dum-dum for not knowing it. I asked a bunch of people, and they didn't know either. Either that or the people I associate with are dum-dums as well. But let's talk about what a time-of-flight camera is, and I'm going to mention this because it is included as part of the LG G8 ThinQ feature set. It's called the Z camera. So time-of-flight camera uses basically a laser to map things in 3 dimensions. So it says here it emits an infrared light signal. It measures how long the signal takes to return. It determines depth based on extracted data. So this is what helps with 3-dimension. It is also what helps with portrait mode for camera, and then for the first time on the LG G8, it is now going to be something that will help video as well. You'll actually be able to go into portrait mode with, which I think is called bokeh, hopefully I'm saying that right, on video as well as pictures. So that's a pretty cool capability. It adds 3 dimensions basically to the camera, which is also the reason why the LG G8 is able to use the face recognition, and it does it in 3 dimension, which is something Apple devices don't do at this point. The other option, or the other thing that time-of-flight cameras does for you is it makes it to where you can shoot in lower light, and it makes it to where all of the feature sets work in lower light as well. So make sure you're aware of what time of flight is. If you're going to throw around time of flight to a customer, make sure you take the opportunity to explain to them what it means. It makes you look like an expert, and it makes it easier for you to sell to your customer. Time of flight is also expected in future versions of the iPhone, as well as future versions of the Samsung S10. So you'll be seeing this feature set as we move forward, but I wanted you to know what it looked like right now. So your demo should arrive on Monday or Tuesday. So I understand as of tomorrow you can begin pre-selling these devices. There's a reason why I'm spending as much time as I am on this device. You'll see in a second. What I do want you to know that as part of this presentation, I've got a pretty good look at the G8 versus some of the other iconic devices that are out there right now. And what you're going to find, aside from the fact that it has that TOF camera, the time-of-flight camera, which none of these other devices has, which means it can do things, it can see things in 3 dimensions, which the other devices can't. It also has the best battery that's out there on the market for any of the LG products. And I was talking to the LG rep. He said it is a fantastic battery. It's the best battery they've had in a device since he's been working for LG. So this guy happened to be Curtis Crum, who's worked for them for, I think, before they started making phones. So fantastic to know that you're selling a top quality device here when you sell the LG G8. So as a reminder, the LG G8 has not just for new activations a $15 price point, which is out of sight. It also, for upgrades, should be where we lead. We can give the customer the latest iconic device from LG for a price that is absolutely not what you would typically pay for an iconic device. So we should absolutely make sure we lead with this device, even as we start to sell these tomorrow without them in the store yet. As a reminder, on Wednesday of next week, the final training day for LG, and LG's giving away televisions, like 49-inch TVs, so you might want to log in and take advantage of one of the trainings. This is cross-posted on the source right now, so you can link right out of what I've put on the source and go directly to the meeting. This is the reason why I am mentioning this now and not waiting until next week to tell you about it, because you're supposed to have these devices in store towards the end of next week or towards the middle of next week. The reason why I'm mentioning this now is this offer. So, folks, we're paid on gross profit. Our company does well when we make more gross profit. Employees make more money when they sell more gross profit. So how do you sell more gross profit? Well, one of the ways is accessories. We spent a lot of time over the last month talking about accessories. Well, folks, this is the biggest opportunity you've ever had to sell accessories without really selling them. So if your customer purchases $75 in accessories, they will receive a $150 gift card from LG. Now, they don't get that right away, and it is a virtual card. In other words, it's online, but they can use it anywhere on the internet. They can use it for up to $150 worth of devices. So how do we talk to the customer about this? The way I would talk to the customer about this, and I was talking to Jason about this today, is, Mr. Customer, if you spend $150 on accessories today, we'll give you a $150 gift card. So free $150 in accessories, and you have accessories in stock, and I'll show you here in a second what those are. But the reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention is what I have right here in black, and that is you must sell the accessories on the date that you sell the device. So if you pre-sell an LG G8 tomorrow or Friday or Saturday, you have to sell the accessories at the same time, which is not something we're in a practice of doing. So make sure you do this. If the customer spends $100 on accessories, they're going to get a $150 gift card. They spend $100 on $75 on accessories, they're going to get a $150 gift card. If they spend $150, they're going to get a $150 gift card. We want them to spend this money. They should spend it. There's absolutely no reason for them to not spend it. It would be idiotic for them to not spend at least $75 on accessories when they pre-order this device. So we've got a fantastic iconic device at a fantastic price. We've got a fantastic offer that's going to load you up with gross profit. So this should get you excited. It should be a device that you start to lead with, and you should start to lead with it today. Now, I want to give you guys a best practice on how the customers get this $150. They have to upload a copy of their receipt to this website here, this lgpromotions.com at Sprint. So what I'm asking is that you do that for them, or you help them with it while they're in the store. Print a copy of the receipt, get the receipt side by side, take a picture of it, upload it to the website, and be done. The customer will get an email verification that they've sent it in. If they have not gotten that email verification, they're not going to get the $150. This isn't a hide-and-seek type game, but the customer does have to do some work to get this money, and we should help them do that work so their experience is positive, and so they always think of us first the next time they want to buy a device. All right. So here's some of the accessories we've got available for it. We basically, for Select and for PR Outdoors, we've got 2 spec cases that are $39.99. We're carrying a $44.99 tempered glass screen, which is obviously you could sell that, or you could sell the liquid glass, but the tempered glass tends to, most people believe that that protects a little bit more than the liquid glass does. We've got wireless charging pads for $39.99. A customer could purchase these 3 devices and get $150 back. So it's something you should think about. On the bottom, we've included this with the LG Bluetooth headset. If you sold all of those together, that would be about $175. The customer would get $150 back. So again, this is something you have to consider doing, and make sure that you're talking to the customer about this every time. On the right-hand side of the screen here, you're going to notice something that has been created. There's a file that's been sent to the store. You'll have this available to you to use as a flyer in your store starting tomorrow, so make sure you use it. Now, let's talk about real time. Whoop, whoop. So we got some changes coming to real time, and then there's some stuff that happened this week that probably made all y'all's eyes roll back in your head. So let's talk about that. First of all, the real-time app, as most of you noticed when you downloaded it, was not in the Apple Store. So we actually had to go to the website. We had to trust the publisher in order to make the application work. So obviously that's not exactly the same as every other app that you download. And as a result, updates that are required by Apple for certification of applications are not automatically updated either. Now, anything that Lotus updates will automatically update to the device, but if Apple requires an update, we have to reload the application. So that's what's happened for most of you. If you've been trying to load real-time since yesterday and you couldn't, the reason why is you have to re-download it. So I've got a little video that I created. I'll post it to the source along with this document, or separate from here. It's 2 minutes long. Basically, all you have to do is go to your Safari browser, to rt.lotusus.com, log in, re-download, and once it's re-downloaded, you'll be able to log into the app again, and it'll work no problem. So by Friday of next week, all select locations will begin to document their buybacks and givebacks through real time, and then within the next month, we hope to migrate the entire company over to this process. But for now, all select locations, be on the lookout. On Monday or Tuesday of next week, we will load a Paycom training that you will need to take, and then by the end of the week, I expect to have this application fully baked, and you will be documenting, taking pictures of almost every single buyback and giveback device that you do. You will also be taking pictures of the devices in the ship back boxes, so we can prove that we're shipping back what we're supposed to ship. And we're also going to take pictures of the box taped, as well as signatures on it, and also the fact that FedEx or UPS picked it up, FedEx, I believe. So all of that is about to happen. So watch out for this training. I'll put something on the source whenever it's available, and make sure you take the training because we're going to start to use it next week. And once we're in this, you'll need to use it every single day. Select deposits changed this week. All select doors are now making their deposits every single night. There is no Friday, Saturday, and Sunday deposit for select locations. You'll just do your nightly deposits. You'll take a picture of the bag. You'll do your drop, and then you won't have to fuss with having to pull that out or take pictures of anything else. PR deposits stayed exactly the same. You're still going to have your Friday deposit, your Saturday, and your Sunday deposit done on Monday, and your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday deposits done on those days as well. The one thing that we did change is you've got more time to put this in before it goes expired. As always with Lotus, this thing has a lot of moving pieces, so make sure to reach out to me if you have any questions, problems, concerns, or if you have any ideas to make it better. Okay, lastly, Miss Sarah has posted some deadlines for training that we all need to make sure is done immediately. As of next week, total satisfaction has to be done. Sprint accessibility training for retail care has to be done, and customer privacy has to be done. Additionally, there are some refresh courses that are available on Unlimited that you should also take that help you understand the differences between those programs. Guys, I've loaded in a video of a guy that I really like. I hope it helps. It's about taking massive action. We've got calls that we can make to drive customers in the store. We've got referrals that we can use to drive customers in the store. So how do you create massive action, and how are you going to create the sales this month? I got somebody who wants to show you how. With that said, I hope you guys have a fantastic week, a fantastic weekend, and as always, if you need anything, reach out.